Hello everyone, it's me Anther, and today in this video I'm going to cover exactly how you can use this 3-tier proof process to sell any service or product when you don't even have any video testimonials, written testimonial, or any other form of proof. Yes, we are going to cover exactly how you can use this system to sell any product or service when you don't even have any proof yet, right? Maybe you're new in the market, you have just launched your offer. We are going to cover that by the end of the video. But before that, we have to cover two more important things so that it all makes sense. So let's go and let's begin. Okay, so let's go over the tier 1. And the reason it's in tier 1 because this is what is going to help you sell your service and product more than anything else. Yes, all of the things that I'm going to cover that can also help you sell, but this is the one that's going to really have the most impact. This is the one that's going to perform best when used correctly, and I'm going to show you how to use correctly in a bit. But the tier 1 is customer/client success story and customer/client results. Yes, when you have a product or service and you can exactly show people that what you are doing and how you are doing it is exactly what getting people results, and you are telling success stories in the marketplace, it builds more trust than more than anything else. And when the trust is there, guess what, people are going to buy. So a live example in demonstration is here. We're making a lot of claim here in this sales page, right? Only if they commit to taking action, right? You can see around a lot of success stories. Again, so we are talking about client results here because we didn't really have any specific story for one of those, because but the interview that we had, this was with Jack, right? So I went on this interview, and this was a story. Obviously it was a long story, but I couldn't really write everything. I just need to write a few things where it made sense for the prospective buyer, and where if they read the story, it will help them make that buying decision, right? So yeah, right, so when they read it, right, so that's when they are going to see that what we are doing here exactly works, because there is a difference between it, right? I'm going to give you an extreme example here. I'm going to just give an extreme example here. Just imagine Elon Musk. Yes, Elon Musk launched an offer. Hey, how you can be, I'm going to show you how to be your 100 billion, right? Yes, because he's a very credible individual. Because he's a very trustworthy individual. Maybe you're going to buy because he's a billionaire himself and he's worth over $100 billion, right? It goes back to his personal success story. But when he can show that he actually help many other individuals with his strategies and with his thinking in place to be worth well over $100 billion, then it becomes much more powerful. Just imagine Elon Musk launched that offer at $1 billion. For $1 billion, I'm going to show you how to be worth $100 billion. I know that sounds crazy, but this is just an example, right? So which scenario you would believe more and you would feel investing your $1 billion, right? The source where it says, right, the situation where it says, hey, I'm Elon Musk and I'm worth $200 billion, I'm going to show you how to do that. Or the source where he says, hey, I'm Elon Musk, first of all, I'm worth worth over $100 billion myself, and I have showed XYZ individuals, and these individuals right here, and they are now well worth over $100 billion right now. Yeah, it goes to show you that what he's doing is working and he can help other people do it. That's the key here, is that when you are sharing customer success story and client result, it goes to show them that what you are doing actually works, not just for you as an individual, but for them actually. And with customer story, your clients and your prospective clients, your prospective buyers can actually see themselves and visualize themselves getting them help, right? So yeah, this is why the tier 1, when you can exactly when you can tell amazing stories and share everything the right way, by doing the right things, you will have tremendous results with it, because this is one of the powerful thing that I leverage to sell. Yeah, and I get that you maybe you don't really have any stories, and I'm going to go over exactly by the end of the video how to go around that. Maybe you don't have customer success story. That's when the tier 2 comes in place. So let's dive right into tier 2. Okay, so let's go over the tier 2 personal success story and results. I already touched on it in the tier 1, but I'm going to do it again here, and I can make it much more clear. So yeah, maybe you have just launched an offer. You really have any clients at the moment. You have just, but you have got an amazing result for yourself. So let me give an example. It's like, hey, you have been in the automobile industry for 20 plus years, and this is what helped you become a millionaire. Now you want to teach other people how to get into that industry and make $10,000 for themselves. But the problem is you haven't really helped anyone yet, so you don't really have any uh, customer success story, right? So that's when like you have to use your personal success story, and I'm going to show you in a bit how to use it in a live demonstration. But that's where like you have to use personal success story, because when you do that, again, it's another form of building trust. It's like credibility. When you tell your personal success story, it shows to the reader that hey, you are a credible source. You can like do what you are preaching. uh, so yeah, like to give you, like to show you an live example, you can see here, like for this client, yes, she had a few results, but this was nothing extraordinary crazy to like using story, using customer success story. So that's why like I used her story, because like she's like relative like new in this industry. So that's where I have to like work with what the clients got. So she had the personal story. If she didn't, I would find another way around it. But she had the tier two. So yeah, we are going to use it. And yes, like don't get me wrong. Like if you like also like what, put in 100% effort in the tier two, you can actually like what get. You can actually like use your personal success story to sell your product and service. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that very very successfully with just their personal story alone, because again, right, it goes back to like it helps to like build extremely like it helps to build trust. And when you're making any claims, you like people believe in it, because you just have them show that hey, I'm an authority, I know my shit. Yeah. So yeah, this was a story, right, 3 years ago. Again, like talking about what she was going through, because like this is exactly what the market is going through. So yeah, helping them visualize themselves, blah 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 blah. 3 years, what happened. So yeah, talking about the desires, right, I used her personal story in that very very short form manner, because this was in the lead and I wanted to get straight to the point. But the key concept here is that, right, like because like if you look at here, like I made a bunch of claims, right, I made a claim of $5,000 per month, and a lot of big claims. Again, a bit of social proof here, but at the end of the day, the people who are landing in this page, they're asking, okay, who are you to teach this thing, right? So yeah, that's when it's like needed to like overcome that objection, because if they don't really find you a credible source, if they don't really trust you, guess what, if the trust factor isn't even there, they're not going to buy. So yeah, there goes the tier 2, and let's go over the final part, which is you have been waiting for. Yeah. So the tier 3 is facts, statistics, and so on. Yes, tier 3, right? Look, first of all, if you're creative around those three things, like you can use both of those three things in order to sell your service or product. But like let's say like you don't even have the tier 1 and tier 2. You're just started, but you know that like you can really really help that niche, right? So in that case, you can like use facts, statistics, and things of that nature in order to like sell your service or product when you don't even have any proof yet. So this is how I did it, right? So this is about like making $1,000 per month with a 150-year-old skill. Guess what this is? This is copywriting. This is what I exactly do. So I didn't because I didn't really work with any copywriters, so I didn't really have any proof in that niche. And for my, as far as my personal stories goes, yes, I had it one, but I didn't really find it that interesting to add it here, because my idea was different, right? So yeah, it goes back to the concept again, that if you're creative with it, and if you actually like not think through it, right, you can just use any of it in order to build that trust in place and sell your product or service. So the same goes for here. How to make an extra $1,000 per month, right? A very very small claim with 150 skill in the next 30 days or less. So the reason I said $1,000 per month instead of 100,000 or 10,000 is because people can envision themselves more than one level. So yeah, that's why I made a very very small claim. Now, 4,536 average guys and girls are already making good money in 2023 with this skill. So whenever I knew like because I know the biz of niche from inside and out, whenever I make a claim of this, right, there's going to be people thinking, okay, yeah, it's very damn old. Does it even work in 2023? And are people doing it? So boom, here you go. This number of people are already making good money in 2023 with the skill. And guess what? No, I didn't help 4,000 people. I didn't help 4,000 copywriters. There is actually, like, I found a source where it said, like, over 4,536 uh, copywriters are employed with big companies and things of that nature. So I was like, that's good. I can really use it in my post headline, because if they're employed with big company, they're making good money according to American standards, according to American GDP and things of that nature. Right, so yeah, that's where I use it. Right, again, it goes back to show that you can become creative with it and use it to, like, in order to sell your product or service, at least at the beginning stage. Like, I'm not recommending you to sell something that doesn't even get results. Obviously that's unethical, but at the beginning, right, in order for you to get results, you need to sign those clients. So yeah, this is a way to get around it. So because, like, if they don't even trust me, right, then they're not going to give me their emails. Yes, some people are, because, like, it will drive their curiosity. But yeah, when the trust factor in place, it will have the skeptical. Like, most of the people, if it is cold traffic, most of the people are going to be skeptical. You have to work with that fact. So yeah, here's what you'll learn specifically in this free but valuable email course. I'm very confident that this is a valuable email course. What's this 153-year-old skill? Again, they're wondering, and how you can use this skill to make $1,000 per month in the next 30 days or less. I'm being a bit repetitive here, but I did it on purpose. How to learn this 150-year-old money making skill fast with just 15 minutes a day of your time. So yeah, when I say, like, just 15 minutes a day of your time, obviously I'm meaning that it's a handwriting, because the other one of the objection is that, okay, I want to learn it, but does it going to take a lot of time? So yeah, we're eliminating as much objection as possible to, like, get higher open rates. And if you're wondering where I got the 15-minute stats from, because, like, I actually, like, personally, I'm going to use my story in the email that, like, I just practice, I just handwritten for 15 minutes, which I actually did to get good at copy very, very fast. Like, I wrote it from Gary Halbert and things of that. Gary Halbert and many big copywriters like Stephen George, I just didn't go off, like, from those people. And that's how I got really, really fast at copy. So yeah, I'm going to use that story. How a 67-year-old man is making over $1 million with this money making skill. So yeah, when I mentioned this, I searched him up. He was 67 years old. So obviously, I don't know his exact numbers, but in one of the blog, it said that, like, he's making over $1 million. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's why I decided to use it. Again, it goes back to show that, right, like, if you're creative with it at the beginning stages, like, even in the advanced stages, when you want to prove a point, you can use this, like, tier 3, like, in all of those tier, in order to, like, sell any service or product, or just, like, build trust and authority in the marketplace. So yeah, this was it for today's video. So if you liked it and if you find it valuable, then leave a comment down below and leave a like down below, and I'll if you have any question, just feel free to comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.